Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome you again. Now, let's have a look at our vision.
مدرسة المجتمع الابتدائية الإعدادية الثانوية الخاصة للبنات.
Okay, our vision is إعداد رؤية المدرسة إعداد فتيات متعلمات مبدعات قادرات على بناء مجتمع واعٍ متحضرا محافظا على أخلاقه وقيمه ومستخدما للتكنولوجيا الحديثة. Now, we are going to study module 2 roundup page 32. Our objectives for today: number 1, practice vocabulary by choosing the correct answer. 2, use the past tense by filling in the gaps. 3, practice the forming adverbs by completing the sentence correctly. And our vocabulary for today: university, internet, emails, merit, compass, temperature. Now, let us start. I want just to have a look at this picture. We already took this one. We are making what? A revision. Okay? So, what is the suitable word? Yeah, we have here University of Qatar, that's right. Then on the other side, I have here school. Just I wanted to practice that while we are discussing this vocabulary. I wanted to bring out your notebook. Put these sentences, words, in sentences, okay? Now, let us continue. Have a look at these pictures. Yeah, we use internet to send email. So I have here the word internet and email, that's right. Have a look at the picture. Got married. And the second one is temperature. We are doing what? A quick revision for the vocabulary. I have here torch and compass. We use compass to know directions, that's right. Now, let's move on to our first objective. We are going to practice vocabulary by choosing the correct answer. Now, let us start. I want you just now to pause the video, open your student book at page 32 and try to answer these questions. After that, come back to check your answers. Okay, now let us see. We are going to match. Start, the suitable one is start school. Go with to university. Get with the method. Use, that's right, the internet. Send an email. Okay. Now we are going to circle the correct options. Again, I want you to pause the video now. Answer this question by choosing the correct vocab to give a complete meaning. Okay. Now, let us start. Yeah. Can you bring me a glass of water? That's right. It's getting dark outside. Don't worry, I've got, what do you think, torch or compass? Yeah, torch, because it's give lights. Do you need this document? No, you can download or delete it. What do you think? You can, no, you can delete it, okay? Yeah, so the correct answer here, just let's change this one, since I didn't need this one, so the correct one is deleted, okay? And let's try. Okay, have a look at this one. So the correct one is deleted. Here the correct one is torch. Then I have here burning, that's right. So turn off your mobile phone, please. Thank you. This one is the correct one is off. The average, what do you think? Degrees on Mars is -60 Celsius, that's right. Let's have a look at adding last one. I need some information. So we have here the correct one is degrees, and the other side they have what? Information. Done with this part? Now let's move on to our second objectives. We are going to use the past simple by filling in the gaps. Again, a quick revision about the past. Have a look at this one. I'm going to pause the video now. Please read this one. Then you are going to answer the questions. Yeah? I have here at the top of this, at the top of your screen, I have here the subject, followed by the simple, past or verb to, then I have what? The object. Have a look at the structure here and the positive. Structure, for example, subject simple was verb to. So he played football. Notice the verb here. He played. I add ed to the end of the verb to form past. So let's have a look at this one in the negative, okay? I have here the structure, subject plus did not plus verb 1 plus the object. So I use did to negate sentences in the past. So he did not play football. Very good. Now let's move on to how can I form a question? Yeah, or integrative. Have a look at the structure. I should start my question by using a helping verb to form a question. That the subject takes form of the verb. Notice that we discussed this one at the school. When I have did, I use the verb in the base form. That's right, or verb 1. Then have a look at the object. Did he play football? Okay. Now let's continue. I have here what? A list of verbs. Yeah, we use them in the past. So for example, have a look at that here. I have live, loved, yeah, adored, make, made, like, slept, cold, look and look. Yeah, again, I told you before that to have a look at the list at the end of your tuner book. Page 72, you have here the irregular verbs. I asked you before that to study them, okay, and to be ready for the exam, okay? Pause the video now, try to memorize these verbs, okay? Now let's continue. Let's move on to the grammar. We are going to complete with the past simple of the verbs in the brackets. Now pause the video, do this one in your book, then come back to see if you are right or not, okay? Yeah, have a look at this one. Last summer, my family and I traveled around Italy. Yeah, the correct answer is traveled, since I have one last in the sentence. That's right. Okay, let's have a look at the second one. Okay, when I look at this one, I get that this one is a question. How can I form a question in the past? Very good. So I use what? Did you have? Again, I use did plus what? The base form of the verb have. Okay. Yes, it. The past of be. Yeah, be. It was wonderful. Mandy, yeah, what do you think about this one? Not study, so she not do well in the history test. What do you think? Mandy, how can I form negative sentence? By using did not study. So she didn't do well in the history test. Okay? How long the flight last? Think about this one. What can I use here to form a question? Yeah, how long did the flight last? So I use that to form a question and negative. Thank you. Let's move on to P. 2 hours. I slept the whole time. So I use here the past of sleep is slept. Last night I tried to make a video call to my cousin in Australia, but I couldn't. So we use the negative. Can't will be what? Couldn't. That's right. Now let's move on to the next exercise. We have exercise A. Circle the correct option. Okay, pause the video now, do it, then come back to check your answers. Yeah, my sister buys bought a new laptop last week. What do you think? Last week, so I use bought. The past of buy is bought. I usually ride or roll my bike to school. Yeah, I usually ride. So talking about present simple. But yesterday, I took or take the past. What do you think? I have here the word yes. Keyword is yesterday. When I have this one and the sentence, that's me. I'm going to use what? The past. So I take will be what? Talk. That's right. They always visit or visited their grandparents every weekend. I have here the keyword always. Visit. That's right. Because this one is present what? Present simple. You are clever. Now let's move on to our second objective. We are practicing. Practice performing adverbs by completing the sentence correctly. Okay. Now remember how to form adverb. Do you remember this one? We already discussed this one at school and also in one of the videos. So we add ly to the end of the adjective. So careful will be carefully, slow, slowly, happy, happily. Notice here the spelling the change. We drop the Y and put I instead, and then I add a Y, okay? So we talk also about the irregular form of the adverb that we add. God will be well, hard, fast, early, late, right, and wrong, okay? Notice here the spelling changes. I want to just now to pause the video, write this one in your notebook, okay? Okay, notice the difference here of the spelling. We add I, then L1, we use LE, reason, okay, we drop the E, and what? Reasonably. Yeah, incredibly, okay? Now let us practice this one. Move on to exercise the complete sentence with the adverb using the adjectives in the brackets, okay? Pause the video now, do it, then come back to check your answers, okay? Look, you can speak French. God will be what? Well, not godly, that's right, because his mother is from France. Yeah, so lazily can listen carefully to the teacher. I don't like my brother paintings. I think he paints badly. Okay? That's right. Okay, that was everything about our lesson for today. I want just to complete the roundup in your workbook to practice more. If you have any question, just label it and let me see this one in the class, okay? If you have any question, just feel free to ask me, and see you next time, inshallah.